So the 2023 NBA draft is now behind us. What I want to do is look at the predictions I made and compare them to the actual outcome. I'll give a quick assessment on what I think and a quick grade from my perspective on all these picks. Before I do that, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate that very much. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I got a lot of picks wrong. Some of the ones I got wrong, I can agree with what the teams are doing. I could say, yeah, it's a good pick, even though I got it wrong. There's a couple that I don't like and a couple that I'm not too sure of. Only time will tell. So let's just run down the list. We'll start with the first pick, Victor Wembanyama to the San Antonio Spurs. Obvious here. Everybody's saying that this is the best prospect ever. Only time will tell that. LeBron James is, from what we know, the best previous prospect. So Victor will have to pretty much top LeBron James to be the best ever prospect. Issues, obviously, a lot of people are saying, and I don't even want to say the word, but his size and his frame. We just hope that he can have a full career. Everybody gets hurt, but we just hope that he doesn't get any severe, what. He said that he doesn't feel like he needs to bulk up. He said he wants to strengthen up. I totally understand what he's saying. I guess he doesn't want, because the more you bulk up, the more you slow down, right? So I guess he wants to be like, he still wants to keep that small frame that allows him to move the way he moves, but to strengthen up so that, his body is solid. So that makes sense. We want him to have a healthy career. I'm going to keep it real, though. I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of people think. Remember, everybody's going to be going at his neck since he's projected as the best ever prospect. So, that puts a target on his back. And now that's what really says who you are as a player. That's what separates the Kobes from the Carters, right? Is your mentality, how hard you're willing to work. I think that's what will separate Victor Wembanyama from the rest. I'm going to give that grade a A+, though, because, he is a rare talent. And, San Antonio definitely got one there. With the Charlotte Hornets, and obviously we were correct with that pick. That's a given. But with the Charlotte Hornets, we were actually wrong about that pick. I had Charlotte selecting Scoot Henderson. They went with Brandon Miller. I'm gonna say that grade is B. I really like Brandon Miller. He's a good player. I'm just not sure what the Hornets are doing. I'm not sure if they're going to keep Miles Bridges. I'm thinking because of this pick that they probably won't. Another thing that's been said is that Miles Bridges and Brandon Miller both have domestic situations. Do you really want two players with that kind of drama on your team? Maybe they do end up going, and plus they're very similar in terms of their abilities and whatnot. So I really don't think you needed the both of them. I feel like if they went with Scoot, they'd get two really good guards. They'd have LaMelo, Scoot, and they would have Miles Bridges. So I'm assuming that Miles Bridges is no longer going to be in Charlotte, and Brandon Miller will be taking his place. That's what I'm going to assume. But I'll give that grade a B. Next, Trailblazers. Portland Trailblazers went with Scoot Henderson. Obviously, we were wrong there. I had Scoot going with the Hornets. And I had Brandon Miller going with the Blazers. So I say the Blazers, I'll give them an A grade. Again, that's going to really be depending on what it is they're trying to do. Or do they plan on keeping Damian Lillard? I don't necessarily like Damian Lillard at the 2. Remember, they also got Anthony Simons. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting what they do there, but there could be a trade coming up. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll give that an A, potential A plus based on what it is the Blazers got going on. So the Houston Rockets, Amen Thompson. We actually got that one correct. I really like Amen Thompson. He's an explosive player. And another thing I like is big point guards. He's 6'7". He's a playmaker. His shooting really needs work. Another thing is he's going to be playing with guys who aren't really necessarily known for good shooting. So Houston is right now not looking like not even really a decent shooting team, much less a great shooting team. So that'll be interesting. I'll give that grade a A, just because of the talent, the raw talent they're getting in Amen Thompson, but definitely other glaring issues there. The Pistons select Ausar Thompson, the twin brother of Amen. That grade I'm gonna give a B. Actually, you know what? I'll say a C plus, because I'm not sure where they're going with that one. We were incorrect on that. We actually had Cam Whitmore going there. Cam Whitmore is a big wing. He decent shooter. If you ask me, that would fit perfectly with what the Pistons got going on. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why Cam Whitmore wasn't taken till the 20th pick. A lot of people are saying it's because of his workouts. With that being said, though, Ausar Thompson looks more like a shooting guard to me. He's not a consistent shooter. They don't really have any consistent shooters on the Pistons team. So even though I really like Ausar Thompson, I don't know how that looks with paired up with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. I guess we'll have to see, but that I'm going to give a B. The Magic select Anthony Black, another one we got wrong. I had the Magic taking Ausar Thompson. Anthony Black, I thought, would go to the Wizards. The Magic have a lot of guards. They got Fultz, they got Cole Anthony, they got Suggs. I don't know how Anthony Black fits into that situation. I'd rather him on a team where he gets to kind of at least be the clear second point guard, on the team. They got 3, so it'll be interesting. I'd give that a B, potential B plus, depending on what they got going on. The Pacers selected Bilal Coulibaly and traded him to the Pacers for Jarris Walker. I guess you could say we were right and wrong at the same time, because we had the Pacers selecting Jarris Walker straight up. They ended up trading up for Jarris Walker, and we got him. We got Jarris Walker on the Pacers, so I like that pick. I'm gonna give that a B plus, a potential A depending on the execution. Everything looks good. I like how their roster looks. They got everything else. They got a little bit of shooting. They got little defense. They got playmaking. They got a little bit of everything, and he fits in perfectly for that. So, yeah. So with the Wizards, I don't know much about Bilal Coulibaly, so I can't really say too much about him. I guess he's more upside guy. The question is, would they have taken Anthony Black if he was available, because a lot of people had Anthony Black going to the Wizards. I'll give that grade a B minus, really, because I don't have a lot of knowledge, but what I did see about Bilal Coulibaly is he has a lot of upside, so time will tell on that. With the Utah Jazz pick, they got Taylor Hendricks, one of the few that we got correct. He's a sizable guy, 3-and-D guy. I say that's a potential A plus depending on the execution. I did have them taking Cason Wallace because I thought that they wanted a solid point guard. Maybe Cason Wallace is not your lead point guard. I also gave a potential scenario that they would end up, like it could go either way. I thought either the Jazz would take Cason or the Mavs would take Cason. So with the Mavs pick, they ended up taking Cason Wallace, but traded him to the Thunder for Derek Lively. I think it could have went either way. I think what he could have done for the Mavericks is the same thing that he will do for the Thunder. He'll be a third point guard option. They got Josh Giddey. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll be a nice off the bench point guard option that brings defense, playmaking, and it just helps them mix it up a bit. So I like that. I'll give that one a A. Next one, Magic's got Jet Howard, the son of Juwan Howard. I guess they did that. The surprising thing, I thought that Grady Dick would have been picked already by this point. So I had him going to the Magics because Grady Dick's one of my top prospects just based on his style, not to say how good he is or whatnot, just his style of play. I'll do a video specifically on that pick, the Raptors pick, but the Magic's taking Jet Howard. I do like his size. The fact that he's a good shooter and he's 6'8". I like that fit for the Magic, so I'll give that grade an A. The next one, OKC Thunder. Obviously, I mentioned that they traded the pick. They actually got Derek Lively and traded for Cason Wallace. So I like the Mavs taking Derek Lively. I'll give that a B plus, and the Thunder taking Cason Wallace a A. Again, the next pick I mentioned, the Raptors. Will do a specific video on that. So we'll move on to the Pelicans, who took Jordan Hawkins. I got the Pelicans taking Kobe Buffkin. That is the one where I feel a little bit silly because you know what? Jordan Hawkins is definitely a really good player. Him and Grady Dick are pretty much the two top shooters in the draft. Jordan Hawkins is a more he's your movement guy. He's kind of more like a Ray Allen type, right? So I really like that pick. Honestly, I'll give the Pelicans an A plus on that one. So the next pick, the Hawks took Kobe Buffkin. I had the Hawks taking Chris Murray, but I like that. I like that pick. Chris Murray is more of a project. I think Kobe Buffkin, I think he has more upside and a lot more explosive. I'd give that an A. Okay, I'll give that an A. So that's about it. The only things we'll say, the glaring issues that happened was Cam Whitmore not getting picked till the 20th pick. But the Rockets definitely won on that. We'll do a video on that specifically. Also, the Jazz taking Keontae George. I want to do a video on that specifically as well. And the Trailblazers taking Chris Murray. We're going to talk about that. So we're going to leave it at that. This was a long one. This is NBA quick takes, but this definitely was not a quick take. This was a long take. So won't be too many of these. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.